Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. This is Lisa Marie Pepe coming to you live. And I have a really great topic that I want to talk about today because I know that it is something that many of you are probably facing and dealing with even right now. So, as people are getting notified that I am live, just wait a couple of seconds here and there to have people pop on. And as you're hopping on, please do say hello. That way I can acknowledge you and I can say hello back. And also, if you have any thoughts or questions as I'm going through what I want to talk about, by all means, just throw those in as well. And if I can get to them, I will. So I chose to talk about learned helplessness in particular today because over the weekend I experienced something with a family member who has been struggling for a really long time with some issues that have come up that are a result of things she learned, things she was told about herself when she was young. And to see them now manifest in a way that is preventing her from living a truly full life. Essentially, that is the definition of learned helplessness. It is being told, or by experience realizing that you were not successful at something, right? No matter what it was. Let's say when you were a child, you were learning to ride a bike and you fell off your bike, not once, but twice, and then three times. And maybe the adult who was with you said, you know what, this is probably never going to work. You should probably never get on a bike again. And you literally take that in and believe that to be your own personal truth. So as a teenager, as a young adult, as an adult, you never even think to get on a bicycle again, right? Because, well, look what happened the first three times I tried, I fell down. And then the person who was trying to help me said, I'm not going to be good at this. So why am I even going to bother to try? And so a similar situation was happening over the weekend. I was speaking to this family member and trying to explain that you essentially have to get out of your own freaking way, right? And I know that sounds a little harsh, but when I've seen this person continue to get in their own way, essentially, and block themselves from living a truly empowered and blissful and confident life, that's where I start to really get stirred up because this is what I'm super passionate about. This is why I've chosen to empower other women entrepreneurs to become more confident, right? It all stems from personal experience with family members, and it even stems from my own experience with the events and things that have happened to me in my own life. Right. So I know a couple of people are hopping on here and there. If you are on, just say hello and I'm happy to give you a shout out. Um, so really why I wanted to talk about this as well is because I see this happening a lot, especially in the entrepreneurial community where I'm working, and especially with newer coaches, which is what I tend to gravitate towards. And I love working with people who are just coming into this online space. But oftentimes it's a real block, it's a real hurdle that they have to come just get over, essentially, about being visible, about being successful, about knowing that deep down they actually have something that is a true gift that they can actually share with the world. But because of all the previous experiences and the history with not ever, getting the appropriate accolades as you were growing up, or being told that you couldn't do things, or that you weren't smart enough and you weren't strong enough and you weren't pretty enough and you weren't, and you can fill in the blank and just keep going on and on, right? And fill in all these things that tell you that you are not enough, right? And to that, I'm going to call total bullshit. Okay. I'm going to give you an example. So you see me right here, right now, as I look today as an adult woman. And yet I was overweight as a child and I was overweight as a teenager. And in fact, and I don't talk about this a lot, but hell, you never know what's going to happen when you just pop on and do a Facebook Live, right? But actually, I was overweight when I was a teenager and going into my freshman year of college. And I had this belief that no matter what I tried or what I would do, it didn't matter, right? Because I had learned, okay, that I was just, going to be overweight my whole life. That's just how it was, right? And so there came a time where I just stopped trying, right? And I'm going back now like 20 years. I hate to say that, but oh my God, yeah, 20 years since I've been out of high school. But so at one point, it was like, well, screw it. I mean, I've tried everything, right? Like I've tried diets, I've tried, doing this fad thing, whatnot. Nothing ever worked, at least long lasting. And so I kind of gave up on it. And you know what happened? By the time I graduated college, I was at my heaviest weight ever, ever. And people don't believe me when I tell them that, but I was close to 200 pounds when I graduated college. That was 16 years ago. Okay. And what did I do to flip the switch or get back into shape or get into shape for the first time in my life? I adopted a whole new mindset, a whole new philosophy, a whole new change of doing everything that I had always done, right? I had to learn that regardless of what everybody else had said, right? Regardless of being made fun of as a child, regardless of what, my basketball coaches had said to me or my doctor said to me, growing up, I knew that I had within me the ability to change my mindset and my behavior so that I could actually be fully healthy. And here I am now. And I've been stable at this weight for the last probably 15 years. And I don't even think about it anymore, right? I eat the way I enjoy eating. I eat amazing food, I think. And because I follow a clean diet, I eat pretty much all day long. Okay. So that's just an example I'm throwing out there. I am in no way, shape, or form trying to say that, I'm going into health coaching or helping people lose weight or whatnot. But what I am saying is that this is all about mindset. This is all about believing that you can take back, okay, whatever power you have given away to somebody else. And not only to forgive those individuals for just, I don't know, just saying things that they thought were appropriate at the time. I don't know, whatever, who knows, but forgive, forget, move on, and take a stand for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are responsible for you. Okay? Nobody else in the world has the right or the ability, okay? The right or the ability to take away from you what you know to be true about yourself. And it can get lost. By all means, it definitely can. There have been periods in my life where, in spite of getting good grades or in spite of, having accomplishments, I get down on myself. But those times are coming, far and few between. And immediately, if I recognize it, I literally will reach out to a good friend and I'll say, I'm having a weak moment. This happened yesterday and this is going on. And all those little old demons start creeping back in. So again, this goes across the board. Doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur. Doesn't matter if you're, a mom or an employee somewhere. I'm talking about all people in every area of life. Learned helplessness is the ultimate confidence killer because essentially it is the worst form of self-sabotage. It is literally giving up even when there is another way or there is a different choice to make. It's giving up based on what has happened to you in your past. And just to simplify it a little bit, I was reading this article about, because they do these studies with animals too, and this is how they know these things happen. So there was a shark that was put into a tank with some smaller fish. Okay, shark was on one side, fish were on the other side. At first, there was no glass wall separating the shark and the fish. Okay, so the shark does what a shark does, takes charge, goes after the fish, eats all the fish. Okay, right? No problem. And next day, same scenario. Shark, fish get dumped in, shark eats the fish. Well, a couple days pass, researchers say, you know what, we're going to put this glass partition in between the shark and the fish, and let's observe behavior. So they do this, and they watch the shark persistently bang its head against the glass. Okay, bang, 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 banging its head against the glass day after day, to try to get the fish that he can see but can't physically get to. Eventually, the shark gives up altogether. Okay, the shark has learned, okay, that no matter what I do, I keep banging into this wall, therefore I'm never going to get the fish. I might as well give up. So the shark gives up. He just swims around on his side of the tank, you know, woe is me. Picture this, right? Like the shark, like, woe is me, I'm not going to get any fish. And then the researchers pull the glass partition up. And what do you think happens? The shark does not go after the fish. So even though they are right there for the taking, the shark has learned that his previous efforts to go after those fish were ineffective. They weren't helping. They weren't getting him a result that he desired. And so that, my friends, is exactly what learned helplessness is. If only that shark had not given up, if only that shark had actually awakened and realized, hell, there's no glass partition there anymore. The fish are back, they're all mine. I can go get them. He didn't do it because he was stuck. He was stuck in a state of lost helplessness. And this is something that human beings have been going through as well since the turn of, the century, since the beginning of mankind, right? And why this is so important is because I want you to take an honest look at your life, at your career, at your family, at your relationships, and ask yourself, are you operating strictly out of this learned helplessness, right? Every time I go ask for another client or I try to get a new client, I hear the word no. So I hear it so often that I just give up. I surrender. Somebody could literally throw clients at you, okay, and say, hey, this person needs you, this person needs you. Warm leads. People are throwing warm leads at you. But because you've already packed it in, you're like, nah, I'm good. I don't need the clients. Right? Like, what? It's insane. Okay? Or, you're in a relationship and no matter what I do, this person just never responds. They never understand. And you give up. And then suddenly this person has this revelation and they're talking one day and they're asking for support and they're giving you support and you're just sort of oblivious to it all, right? Why? Because you tuned in, you turned off, and you never went back. So what I am saying is that learned helplessness is a confidence killer. It is the ultimate confidence killer because it is you battling you. And that, my friends, is a very, very vicious cycle. And if you find that you are in this particular cycle of learned helplessness in any area of your life, does not matter, you need to really take inventory. You need to pay attention to the language that you speak, the words that you use, If you are repeatedly telling yourself, no matter what I do, it always ends up this way, fill in the blank, or I've tried everything and I can't get so and so to work with me, you are going to continuously get the same results if you do the same thing over and over and over again. You've got to find different ways, innovative ways, but the most important thing you need to do is recognize that you have within you the ability, the know-how, the smarts, the genius, the motivation, the inspiration, whatever it is you're lacking, you have to tap into that. Okay? Because I really don't believe that any person comes into this world without a spirit of fire, okay? Something inside of them that really gets them lit up, okay? And that they want to go after. I don't believe that. I don't believe we're born to be complacent, human beings. That's just not my personal belief. I believe what happens is life shits on us several times over and over and over again, and then we just give up. Okay? We just surrender. Like, I give up. I'm not doing this anymore because same result every time. Well, think about all the amazing things that were ever created, right? All the amazing inventions, all the major breakthroughs in medicine. If people had just given up, we would not be where we are today. And the same is true for you. If you have just given up on yourself, given up on life, given up on your health, given up on your relationships, given up on your business, you're not going to get to where you need to be. But you have to take responsibility for you, because at the end of the day, it is all up to you. All right? And I hope, if nothing else, that this Facebook Live has at least motivated you, even in the slightest bit, lit a flame under your ass to try to go change something in your life that you are unhappy with. It does not matter what it is. If you are unhappy and you're getting the same results over and over again, and you've decided just to pack it in, throw it away, and never try again, you need to go back to the drawing board and figure out a way. Because sometimes it's right there, right in front of you, and you don't even realize it. Okay? So hit me up in the comments below. Let me know if you have found this helpful. If there's any other kinds of things you ever want me to discuss or talk about, I'm more than happy. I'm born to do this stuff. This comes very easy to me, very naturally to me. And I want to be there to empower and support all people, right? Like, yes, I work with women entrepreneurs, but I want all people to feel amazing when they get up. I want all people to feel amazing when they're going to bed. Just knowing that they're living a fulfilled life, doing things on purpose, not just settling and not just stepping back and being a bystander and an observer of their lives as they're passing by very quickly. Okay, so go do something. Okay, get up off your rear end, go share this video, go, do whatever. I don't care what it is, but go do something different to get a result that you have been trying to achieve. I believe in you. You've got to believe in yourself. All right, take good care. Let me know what's up. And as always, I love you. I thank you for checking in, and have an amazing day. All right, bye, guys.